the public's support. Others expressing their anger at President Obama, including former Illinois Republican Congressman Joe Walsh. And Joe Walsh joins me now. Congressman, thank you for joining me. Last night, you sent out a tweet, and let's take a look at it. It says, 3 Dallas cops killed, 7 wounded. This is now war. Watch out, Obama. Watch out, Black Lives Matter punks. Real America is coming after you. It has since been deleted. Why did you do that?
Because, hey, Don, and thanks for having me, because I'm pissed off. A lot of Americans are pissed off, and a lot of police officers around the country are upset because there really is a war on our cops. And a lot of police officers, Don, just like I think a lot of Americans believe that it started with Barack Obama. You go all the way back to Ferguson, Missouri. From that point forward, the last couple of years, Barack Obama has done nothing but hate on cops, accusing cops of being bad and racist. He did again, Don, a couple days ago, Minnesota.
Hang on, Congressman. When did he accuse cops of being bad and racist? A specific example.
The moment after his first and second and third statement after Ferguson said, there is systemic racism, police departments in this country need to be reformed. I mean, think about that, Don.
Okay, wait a minute, but that's
No.
But that's not accusing cops of being racist. He's actually pointing out the fact there is systemic racism in this country, and there are police departments that need to be reformed.
He said cops were racist
about that?
Think about this. He said cops were racist after he found out that a young black man in Ferguson, Missouri, attacked a cop. Instead of going after the young black man who attacked a cop, he criticized the cop. And Don, ever since then, ever since we've had one of these incidents, his impulse, his reflex is always to go after the cop.
Listen, if we're speaking on facts here and not emotion, so you're saying specifically that the president has never said cops are racist. You're saying that the president is saying cops are racist. Those words
Don,
never came out of his mouth. Do you have proof that he said that?
Yeah, Don, he said it again 2 days ago when he says that there is systemic racism in the police department after the Minneapolis shooting. He's telling people on the streets that police officers are racist. Now, maybe you and I can make that distinction, but when people on the street hear the President of the United States time after time say that there is racism in police departments all over the country, man, that kind of hating leads to what you got in Dallas.
Okay, let me ask you, do you think that there is racism in police departments across the country?
I think, Don, there's racism all over America. Heck yeah.
Okay, then how is that statement wrong?
But I don't believe police departments are racist. I do not believe there's systemic racism. To say there's systemic racism, Don, means that most cops around the country are racist, or most police departments are racist. There are bad cops, there are bad Republicans and bad news anchors, but you don't condemn the entire department.
Okay, well, I'll give you this. You are right. There are bad Republicans, there are bad Democrats, and there are bad news anchors. Sometimes I am not a great news anchor. Sometimes I'm so exhausted, like now, I've been on the air for 24 hours, yeah. I may not be a great news anchor. So if I will admit to that, then why can't you admit that there is racism in some police departments around the country?
I said there was.
Yeah.
I said there was. Okay. But I guess, Don, what I'm saying is his reaction to every police shooting is the same. And, you know, think about this, Don, before we know the facts. He's accused the Minnesota shooting of being an act of racism, just like the governor of Minnesota did. Before any investigation, before any trial or any due process, they scream racism. And 2 days later, you get a black man that wants to kill 5 white cops. There's a connection, and he can't deny it.
Okay, I think you are drawing a conclusion that is not necessarily there. So, I mean, I have to ask you then, what is your thing with Barack Obama? You have never liked Barack Obama and every situation that's happened that you're involved with, you take it personally and you attack the President of the United States. What is that?
Well, Don, I don't take it personally. I mean, I'm a former congressman. I'm a radio guy. I try to be as objective as I can. I don't like him because I don't think he likes America. I don't think he likes our service members. I don't think he likes our men and women in blue. And I know you think maybe, Don, it's just me saying that. Man, if you talk to most rank cops, they don't believe this president likes them. They don't believe this president stands by them. If we have a guy in the White House who doesn't like our cops,
why did you delete the tweets? First of all, I don't believe that. I actually don't believe anything that you just said about the president of the United States.
We disagree then.
I think it is. Listen. I think it has probably something to do with ideology or something to do with political parties. I don't know, and I don't want to assume anything else about you, but. That is a broad statement and actually an insulting statement about the commander-in-chief. He's a commander-in-chief.
Well, yeah, Don, you asked for my opinion. I gave it. Okay? You asked for my opinion. I gave it. And by the way, I didn't delete the tweet. Twitter shut me down. And Twitter said the only way you'll open your account is if we get rid of that tweet.
Okay.
I didn't delete that tweet.
Thank you for explaining that. So you stand by your words then?
Oh, absolutely, because I stand by what I meant, Don. I didn't intend to say everybody go threaten Barack Obama or incite violence against Barack Obama. Mm-hmm. I don't know of a sane person that would do that. That's not what I meant, Don.
So what does that mean then? Watch out, Black Lives Matter punks. Watch out, Barack Obama or Obama. Real America is coming after you. What is real America? Are you saying that Barack Obama is not a real American?
No, real Americans are Americans, white, black, and brown, that respect police officers, period. Real Americans are white, black, and brown Americans who don't go after cops.
What if someone said to you, real Americans respect the office of the presidency and the person who's holding the office? How would you feel about that?
I do respect the office. I don't respect this man, Don. If Hillary Clinton wins, I'll respect her.
But don't you think that's hypocritical
if
you would say real Americans respect, but then you don't respect him?
I respect the office, not him. And Don, again, I stand by my words. Watch out, President Obama. I didn't mean that incitement to violence. What I meant was Americans are finally going to stand up and stand with our police officers and stand against him.
Congressman Joe Walsh, thank you. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, Don.